wanted to jump on and share a few quick tips around weight loss. So there's quite a few things that, contribute to weight gain and can make weight loss a little bit harder, but there's some really key things that you can do to help see your weight shift. So the first thing I would say is to look at your meal composition and your meal timing, and also the size of your meals. So what I mean by that is I usually recommend having breakfast within an hour of waking and making sure it's protein rich. I don't usually like to have a morning fast until 12 o'clock. I actually see better results with people when they have breakfast early on and then they finish eating dinner earlier. So let's say like 5:30 or something like that. So that would be my first tip, is the meal timing type of thing. Make sure you have lunch, and if you feel hungry, snacks in between your meals as well. So you don't want to be skipping lunch and then being ravenously hungry at dinner and overeating. So the key is to have a really filling breakfast, a filling lunch, and then a light early dinner if you can. And then a snack in between breakfast and lunch, and an afternoon snack between lunch and dinner. And try and make those snacks protein or healthy fat rich. You don't want to be making those carbohydrate or sugar laden. So like a boiled egg, handful of nuts and seeds with some strawberries, some Greek yogurt, that type of thing. Okay, so meal composition. What I mean by that is making sure you're having half a plate of vegetables at every meal. So mainly lunch and dinner. If you're having something sweet for breakfast, maybe consider having some veggie sticks or a vegetable soup or something in between your meals so that you can get some more vegetables in. But definitely at lunch and dinner, you want to try and have half of the meal made up with non-starchy vegetables. And then you want to also have a good source of protein, a tablespoon or so of healthy fats, and some slow release carbohydrates as well. So you want to make sure all your meals are composed like that. That'll just make sure you're getting enough protein in each day, you're getting healthy fats in, your vegetables, fiber, lots of nutrients, and your carbohydrates too. So yeah, just to recap, none of these tips are around counting calories or counting macros or anything like that. That's a story for another day, but these are just some really simple things that I see a lot of people kind of getting wrong or backwards a little bit. And by making those changes, you can see such a big change in your weight. The second one I want to bring up is coffee. So have a look at how many coffees you're having per day. Are you just having one? Are you having multiple? And what are you having in your coffee as well? So are you having a really milky coffee? Is it full of, is it full cream milk? Is it light milk? Is it almond milk? Is it coconut milk? Are you having any sweeteners like sugar or vanilla syrup or anything like that in there? Or are you just having a black coffee? The first thing I'll say about coffee is I always recommend to have coffee with food in your stomach. So whether that be alongside breakfast or pretty soon after breakfast, or you might like to have it at morning tea with a protein or healthy fat rich snack. And ideally just sticking to one coffee per day as well. So trying to make that a small one, so one shot of espresso. On the odd occasion, 2 coffees might be okay, but I really ideally recommend just 1 coffee per day. And look, I don't like to get too much into calorie counting and things like that, but if you do consider, if you have 4 really milky coffees per day or a few really large milky coffees per day, those calories really do add up. They can be quite a bit. So have a look at that. Have a look at the milk that you're using and maybe try and cut down on the sweeteners in there too. So the third thing that I would give as a tip would be movement. So yes, including your regular exercise routine of say an hour or so a day of walking, training, whatever you like to do, but try and move around throughout the day as well. Try and be active as much as you can rather than sitting down for really long periods of time. So what I usually recommend for people, because you can really get in the zone and get stuck working and forget to get up from your desk for a couple of hours. It's quite easy to do. So a few things to help get you up and get you moving quite regularly is to set an alarm on your phone for say every 50 minutes to get up and walk around for 2 minutes. So whether you want to go and fill up your water bottle, make a cup of herbal tea, go for a walk around your home or your office, do a little bit of stretching, whatever you like to do. And on that note as well, make sure you're drinking enough water. So make sure you're filling your big water bottle up and you're drinking that regularly throughout the day. So then you are going to get up and have to go to the bathroom. That's another tip. So the body really likes to be moving. It really likes to be up quite regularly. It doesn't like to be sedentary. So even though you are doing regular exercise, just try and incorporate some more activity during your day as well. So the next tip is around stress and sleep, because the two just tie in so easily together. So when you're stressed, your sleep is usually affected, and when you're not sleeping well, you're usually feeling a little bit more stressed during the day. Not getting enough sleep can drive up your hunger hormones the next day. And when you're stressed, the stress hormones that are involved with that can actually make you hold on to weight or put on weight. So you really want to get your stress levels down as much as you can and try and support your sleep too. So if you do have trouble falling asleep at night, I usually recommend between say 9 and 10 o'clock. But if you do have trouble falling asleep, you can do a few things to help that along. So switch off your phone or switch the backlighting on your phone to night mode so it's got more of a yellow backlight on there, and just try and minimize your use of it as much as you can within the hour leading up to bed. You can switch off the ceiling lights in your home, so then you can use some soft lamp lighting, which can also help you to feel a little bit more drowsy. You can burn some essential oils like lavender oil. You can play some sleep music to help you drift off to sleep more easily. You could even take a warm bath with Epsom salts in there before bed. They're just some really easy tips to help you to drift off to sleep. And then to reduce your stress, you want to, think about the things that are making you stressed in your life, and making sure you're taking regular breaks. So whether you go for a walk during the day, even if it's just for 10 minutes, if you do some meditation, maybe do some breath work, because that can really, really get you out of that stressed state. Debrief with a friend or a family member, incorporate any type of stress management technique that works best for you. So it's really individual, but definitely get onto that. That's going to be such a big thing to help with weight loss too. They're just a few really quick and easy tips that I wanted to share. There's so much more that goes into weight loss, but these are kind of the main things that I see people doing, even when they are in a calorie deficit and they're still having issues with losing weight. Some of these things are just the key parts that are missing from their weight loss management. And I just thought I'd share them with you guys, because it seems to be quite a lot of people dealing with that. So I really hope that helps, and have a great day.